Hello everyone. Once again, I'm going to take you through the process of what we kind of went over in class today, so you have this video as a reference to help you if you have any questions as you are completing your drafts for your multi-genre research project. First, what we will be doing today is I went into my Google Drive in my research folder. I have all my pieces of my research that I've been working through here, and I went ahead and I opened up all the tabs for my different genres that I've been working on. I just feel like it makes it easier for me to be able to go back in, find those, to copy and paste them, to put them in that final document. So as you remember, your prologue, which we did in class together today, you're going to set up an MLA format, and you're going to be sure that you have the heading and the header. So be sure those 2 points are there. Also that it's in Times New Roman, 12-point font, and that it is also where you've selected that it's going to be double spaced, okay? All of those pieces will keep this in the proper MLA format so you can earn all of those points. As we go through, you have your prologue that you typed up right here, and when you get to the end of this, go ahead and put your cursor there, hit enter. I hit it twice. I usually hit it twice just in case. I want to be sure that I'm far enough away from my paper. Then go to insert, and then you're going to hit page break. And as you notice, it inserts a page break right there for you. Margins and everything are set. You also have up here where it says Shakespeare 3, because if you notice, it is just rolled over your header from whenever you set that up. So your header will appear on every page, not your heading. So I'm on page 3 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my the genre, the first genre that I talk about in my prologue, that, the order that everything is flowing. So my first genre will go here. So for me, my first genre is going to start off with a journal entry. And I took my journal entries and I cut them up. I made it so that my journal entries will show up throughout my piece. So this journal entry, it's kind of a splice and dice one, but I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Click enter a couple times, click insert again, and I'm going to click page break. And as you know, you can also do control enter for that fast kind of shortcut there. And then after my first journal entry, I know that I have, for me, my newspaper article. So from here, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to copy this newspaper article. Now my newspaper article, I have not yet put into the newspaper like full format where it has like the whole template. So that's something I already have my words, because what I'm turning in for my draft is the words that I'm going to use. So here are the words for my newspaper article. So what I might want to do with this part here, just in case that, when like Miss Matthews looks at it, that I can be sure that they know this is what that is, just in case they forget from my description whenever I had that in the prologue piece. So I know that I'm going to go back to this and put it in the proper format, but just for now, for the draft, I want to go ahead and be sure that I have it where it's labeled and clear. So then my next one, I'm going to go back to my journal entries, and I have another journal entry that I'm adding because I'm splitting those up to hit my 200 word. So I've copy and pasted my second journal entry, and I'm going to go ahead down here. I'm going to hit control enter to enter that page break, and then I'm going to paste my next journal entry here. Go ahead and click down again. I'm using that control enter for the page break. Have another page break that's there, and I'm going to go ahead now, and I know that my next one is my poem. So I'm going to put my poem in here. So my poem is going in, and there we go. Poem. One thing too is to be sure that you add a title to your poem, because whenever I look at my poem, I'm like, oh, I don't have a title on this. What am I going to do? So my poem is titled United, like the Three Musketeers, not the airlines. So anyway, you have here with your title of your poem. My poem is listed there. I'm once again going to go to the end of the poem, control enter. And I know that I have another journal entry that I've chopped up, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to copy and paste this journal entry that I've split up. Now remember, it just counts as one genre, but I'm using it to split up to kind of weave in between to help create my repetend. So far I have my prologue that moves into my first journal entry, and then it moves a little bit further into the newspaper article, journal entry again, same genre, but just a different split. My poem, and then I have another journal entry, and then last but not least, what do I need to add here? I'm sure you all yelled out to the 2-page paper. So I have my 2-page paper that is in MLA format. It is with paragraphs. You also want to point out real quick that it has its parenthetical citations. Okay, where we've gone over this all year long. You have your quotation marks that close that quote. You have the opening parentheses, the author's last name, the page number, closing parentheses, and then a period out beside it. Okay, so if you have forgotten how parenthetical citation works, please refer to your notes. Those are also available on my website too. So highlight all of your 2-page paper. If you notice here, this one I bled a little bit over, 4 lines over onto the next page. Do not go any further than that, okay? So please keep it at 2 pages as much as possible. Now you're going to paste that into the final piece. There it is. Click enter a couple times. I'm going to control enter again for another page break for my last journal entry. So for my last journal entry here, I'm going to go ahead and put that into the last piece here. And I have my last genre kind of draft piece that's here. Entering my last page break because I have to add the beautiful annotated bibliography that I had created before. Now, do I need to have my MLA heading again and everything? No. Simply highlight annotated bibliography, copy this, and you are going to paste it at the end on that last page of its own. Of the overall draft for the genre. So as you can see, you're hitting about 13 pages, which is completely fine. Everything is here that is formatted in MLA format. You have your genre drafts that are all listed here, going all the way back up to your final prologue piece, okay? So hopefully this helps to kind of show you. So this is now all in one document. So if it were me, because I just added it on to where I did the prologue, I would click File, and I would click Make a Copy, and I would change the name of this one to my draft. And so I would call this like the draft one, maybe your draft document, whatever you want to call it. But this is your rough draft. So that way you have a copy of this piece that has everything in one document, which is how it must be for you to turn it into turnitin.com. So now draft 1 has everything that I'm needing to turn in. So just a quick recap for you. I'm going to go to the bottom of this page here. What you needed to turn in for this rough draft here is that you are going to turn in prologue, your genres, which will be 4 genres. One of those is the poem that's required. The other required one is the 2-page essay. The other 2 you may choose from one of the genres that is on the list, or if you've already spoken to me about that, you have to enter in the words. So even if it is going to be a piece of art, your blurb that you're giving that tells me about what that art represents, what it's showing based off of your source information, that must be added onto your genre list here. So you're going to turn into those 4 genres and then your annotated bib. That is all that you need to turn in today or tonight for your rough draft grade and piece for the project. We're almost done. Y'all are in the home stretch. It just means taking that time and putting in the effort to finish up this final piece. So go ahead right now, and I look forward to seeing all of your papers, because once it's in this portion right here, you can go ahead and go to turnitin.com and upload this piece to turnitin.com so that we can see that you have your draft and your pieces together. And I will see y'all in class soon. So anyway, have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.